When they brought the bodies out, the widows had to prepare the bodies themselves, and in some families there was up to 5 family members that were killed in the explosion. So you can imagine that in those days they used to prepare the body on the kitchen table, and they ended up taking doors off the door frames and laying the bodies on them to prepare the bodies for burial.
On July 31, 1902, Mount Kembla Colliery exploded. It would become what was then the worst peacetime disaster in Australia's history.
There was 260 men underground at the time. The day shift were due to come out, the afternoon shift to go in.
And what happened at Mount Kembla was a large area of gophers, it's called, and that's an area where all of the coal has been removed and all that's standing is just a wide open space, and it would appear that that open space had filled with methane gas. The roof fell in and pushed it into the roadway, and it encountered an open flame lamp. Methane will explode in the range of 5 to 15% by volume, and it did, and it blew the daylights out of the place.
Hundreds rushed to the aid of the miners, but the aftermath of the explosion was catastrophic.
Up to 96 men and boys died in the Mount Kembla mine disaster. Some of them are buried here at the Mount Kembla Village Cemetery.
Some of the dead were also buried in nearby Windy Gully Cemetery. 33 women were left widows, and 120 children were without a father.
It didn't take long in time-wise for people to have to get on with their lives. A lot of the widows remarried because they needed fathers, they needed a breadwinner in the family to keep them going.
The Mount Kembla Heritage Centre has a display of artefacts preserved from the mine.
My mother was a Purcell, and my grandfather was a Purcell obviously, and he lost 4 brothers and an uncle in the Mount Kembla disaster. So they were one of the I mean, it's hard to get your mind around Mount Kembla, which is up here in the hills, what appeared to be miles away from Wollongong, all these people there, and all of a sudden about 100 people gone. Sad.